staff member's wife?
That's got to be Nicole.
That's got to be Nicole.
Because no staff member's wife is kissing Captain Jenks.
Okay.
You want to bet?
Oh, really?
Which one is it, then?
I don't. Do we want to even go there?
We can go there without getting into particulars.
Right. All right.
Really?
You coach Captain... Is it Captain Jenks who kissed the staff member's wife?
Yes.
It is?
And we're not saying who.
Right.
And he knows that.
Whoa.
All right, let me hear your story before I get to Nicole's cocaine story.
Well, I'm not going to say who it was, obviously, but Gary, you actually caught us. And do you remember this?
No. But I remember being present with everyone.
Right.
You're saying somebody on my staff?
That formerly on your staff that sat in the studio with you every day.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say.
All right.
But, and you wound up with their wife?
It was
who could that be?
It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. It only lasted a couple seconds, and I don't know why it happened, or it freaked me out that it happened.
Did she kiss you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And, you know...
I can't imagine any woman kissing you.
I can't tell you that I saw any kissing, but I could vouch for the fact that everybody was in this one place at one time where he said it
Was it a friendly kiss, or are you exaggerating?
There was tongue.
There was tongue?
Clearly. Tongue. Yes.
And she did this in front of other people?
There were other people. I was very shocked at first that she did it in front of other people.
How come you didn't act on it? If I know you're a predator.
Because I was scared shitless that I wouldn't be asked to be on the show again at the time.
I see.
This had to be
getting laid is more important than being on the show.
At that point, this was 13 or 14 years ago.
Wow.
Gary was standing there when it happened, and I thought that he'd seen it.
Wow.
I did.
Well, I don't want to know who it is because I don't want to get at the whole situation.
What do you mean Gary was standing there? Where was it?
Gary it was an event. It was a live event. It was either a birthday show or when Howard ran for governor. It was one of those.
You sure you weren't drunk and it was high-pitch Eric?
Completely positive, and I didn't mistake it, but when I stopped myself and stood back and...
Did high-pitch ever measure you during this?
No.
Was it a good kiss?
It didn't last long enough to figure out whether it did or not. Wow. But it excited me. Let's just put it that way.
Good for you. Well, I
hats off to you.
Yeah, that would be the worst thing ever in terms of, you find out your wife was making out with Captain Jenks.
Hey, Howard, I think the only thing worse than that is getting banged by a black eye on somebody's lawn.
What?
I know what he's saying. I think one of our other staff members once said his wife had sex with a black guy on a lawn.
No, that's ridiculous. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
All right, so that leaves Nicole carrying cocaine for a family member.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to Nicole.
Okay, the only reason I didn't come in today is because when I was released from the hospital, they didn't release me while I was medically sound. So I just wanted to make sure that I was totally better before I go out gallivanting around town. I guess you want to hear about me. Man.
All right, let's skip it. Okay. All right, Nicole. Hey, listen, I want to thank Nicole for her revelation.
Wait a minute, I got to ask one thing. You walked out of the hospital? Is that what you're saying?
No, they release your amylase and your lipase are what your pancreas produce. My lipase is still at a very high level.
Higher than testosterone?
Very painful. So.
Well, all right. Nicole, real quick, let's get to your revelation because you've been waiting to tell your story.
My mom was dying of cancer, and my father had gotten involved in selling drugs. And it was to pay medical bills. Once you become involved in something like that...
First of all, if you were going to smuggle cocaine, and knowing the way Nicole looks, don't you want to put the most unassuming...
I didn't look like this when I was 18.
I've seen pictures of you when you were 18.
And I didn't look like that.
You were a big, giant woman, man. You were giant. I saw your high school...
Giant, yes, I was.
I saw your high school yearbook picture.
And,
you would be one of those people I would not put 4 kilos of cocaine on because I'd be afraid the authorities would want to investigate you.
We passed me off as a pregnant woman. And my father...
A giant...
A pregnant man.
My father had eaten tons and tons of garlic, and we pretended we didn't know each other, and he stank to high hell of garlic. So everybody was more concerned on how this man smelled rather than the pregnant woman standing in front of him. So I went straight through security, straight on the plane. And let me tell you, when you have 4 kilos of cocaine taped to you with duct tape, that shit hurts when it comes off. And you're sweating because it's like wearing a rubber suit.
You must have been very nervous.
Oh, I was nervous beyond words. At the time, my husband was my boyfriend, and he found out, and I never had to have anything to do with this is a long story, but...
That's all right, you can skip it.
Never had anything to do with my father.
Is it a long story, Nicole?
You never had anything to do with who?
And then we flew over to Topeka.
Her father?
The boyfriend took her away from the dad.
I'm so out of this story, I don't even know what she's talking about.
The boyfriend saved her from the dad, or she would have continued to be a mule.
Can I tell you something?
Actually, no, I'm smart enough to get out of it.
This is the most...
My father, actually, I guess about 10 years later, had bought land up near the Canadian border and had started growing pot underground.
Whose idea was the Wack Pack revelation?
I think it was yours.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. But you know what I realized? I don't mean this in every way. I don't really care about any of these people.
I don't either.
You know what it is? You got to care about the revelation.
That's right. That's what we just learned.
Okay.
We just spent an hour learning that.
We should have stopped at Joey Boots.
We should have stopped at High Pitch Eric, who actually had the one good one.
Yeah, Joey Boots and High Pitch.
And King of All Blacks was good.
No, mine wasn't good. He called me up.
My relation wasn't good?
No, it's boring.
Boring?
You were a mule. You were a mule and you look like a mule.
All right, thank you, everyone. I want to thank the entire Wack Pack, Nicole Bass, King of All Blacks, Double A, Captain Jenks, Kenneth Keith Kallenbach, High Pitch Eric. Nicole, do you have any kind of website or anything you want to plug?
NicoleBass.com.
Okay, NicoleBass.com. She's the world's largest female bodybuilder.
Next time I'll talk about the time I smuggled speed in my penis.
She's the world's largest mule.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an air marshal, wouldn't you think, I wonder if the coke's in Frankenstein?
Yeah. You know,
not here.
Can I tell you something? First of all, the idea that she thinks they thought she was a pregnant woman.
Right.
This is a human being who looks identical to a man. Right. When I met her, I was convinced she was a man.
A huge man.
So no one was buying it.
Face doesn't.
Oh, Nicole,
you say looks masculine.
Nicole, let me wake up and smell the roses.
Mommy's a mutant.
You look like a man. And the fact of the matter is that if someone said there's a pregnant woman, that would attract so much attention.
Right.
No, you're wrong. At the time, I was 18 years old, no muscle on my body.
And boy, was I hot.
Like a tall model.
All right. You look like a tall model.
Yes, I did.
What were you modeling, cement? All right, Nicole, feel better. I'm worried about your health.
Hey, Howard.
Thank you.
All right, many thank yous for calling in with that.
I know we got to go, but before we wrap up, King of All Blacks wants to talk to Artie about something.
I just want to get this off my chest. Don't let any woman tell you need therapy.
I knew that was the King's attitude.
Man, I hated that, man. Who is she?
No, she's right.
Why she's wrong?
Artie.
The brothers don't want you to listen to a bro.
I don't know. I was listening to that. I'm like, who is she? Get rid of her. Get you a young girl and mold her the way you want her. You know what I'm saying? Who is she to call?
Because I'll tell you why you're right, because my faucets are mowing.
Damn right. I wish my wife would say, you're drinking too much. You need therapy. I'm like, bitch, get out of my house. I want this house.
All right. Thank you very much. King of All Blacks. And
thank you, Ken.
I want to thank everyone. Do you guys need plugs? I'm sure there's plugs that are needed. Captain Jenks, go ahead.
Actually, I'm a Tex-Mex Connection in North Wales, Pennsylvania, every Wednesday night hosting trivia. And if you'd like a copy of my prank phone call DVD, go to my website, www.captainjanks.tk.
All right, we're going to go around the room for plugs, and these are about as bad as they get.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Kenneth Keith Kallenbach.
All right, thanks. I'll be at the Philly Comedy Cabaret in Northeast Philly this Friday night, March 10th at 9:30 p.m. doing my stand-up comedy. Make sure you tell them you came to see me when you came to the door. Also on my website, Kenneth Keith. That's funny. Also on my website, KennethKeith.com, you can leave me a personalized message. It'll be put into an MP3 file. But listen, don't tell nobody about the cigar thing. I want to keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
All right, thank you,
Kenneth. Keep it under wraps, because it was...
Yes,
it was good to see you. And
right.
let's go to Double A, who has a plug.
Hey, now, how's it going? What's going on? Bro, all we're saying is tonight we're premiering our show, Hanging with the Wack Pack, tonight on Howard 100.
All right, I predict it'll be the worst show ever, never to be repeated.
But